know, if they survive and advance from here, a host of opportunities lie ahead. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds.
On the ready? Exploit them here on this drive. 325.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Might be looking to run. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he makes the catch inside the 20.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
It's complete. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
The Rebels trying to pay off the threat on first and goal.
Here we go.
Pushes toward the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
So this opening drive finds a bump in the road here on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to ball his way in. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Sharp. He gets a block. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Tigers. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete on the right side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. Top 5 up to this point is, and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gets the back moving. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier is just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
The Rebels are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
And the Rebels are on the move.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spiders. 42 Spiders.
The offense changing the play. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25.
Oh, it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Motion from the wideout. A quick pass to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Using the quick game. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Leaves it with the running back. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved.
And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels like it matters more. I can't wait to see what happens today.
And I love what Reese says, like cheating. Yeah, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And both these schools, obviously, so closely connected. Games are usually really, really good. A ton of talent on the field. Big bragging rights on the line.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got his man. Touchdown LSU! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Quarterback will keep it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Under fire. Got rid of it just in time.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Sharp. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
LSU now operating in the red zone. Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Just keeps slinging it. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. Quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Snags it. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes to the end zone. Intercepted. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
So now it's second and long. The lone back's got it. Determined run, but he's stopped after 2 yards. yards down at the 13.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score. Look, we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking left. It's complete. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He wants it all. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. USC is currently working from behind, but in front of a packed Coliseum, anything is possible. That fight song, those uniforms, momentum can change quickly. They're trailing by 11 to Oklahoma. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game
got an open man. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
To the air on first down. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
To the air on second down. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rebels.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Sharp. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got him downfield. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Second down, he'll throw it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He is going to have nightmares about that one. A big gainer right there for the taking, and he missed it.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. They're going to ride this running back. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On the run, it's Knowles. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll throw on third down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Bayou Bengals!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. No guts, no
returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
He'll bring it out. It's Sharp. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give. Shakes off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it away to crank up the second half. Coming out with it, it's Sharp. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking for space. It's Knowles. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. He's got it inside the 30. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. The Tigers are flying down the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Fires to the right. Big fella moving. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Slams it ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They're working that left side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Wants to go up top on first down. The quick out. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Calls it in. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Lets it fly. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response. Try to get themselves back in the football game.
It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick. There he goes! He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Bring in the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone.
The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. All alone as he catches it. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Wants to throw on first down. Steps away. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Ole Miss! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's sharp. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out in the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field.
Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this one.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They feed him again. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out in the 18, and they're in business. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Returns it all the way back to the 23-yard line, and the defense gets a turnover.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Turning it on. The 40. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened.
Oh, he's got some space. Just keeps moving. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll leave it with him. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The give to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The Magnolia Bowl goes to LSU as the Tigers take care of Ole Miss. That will put the wrap on things from here for David Pop.